all guys.
Welcome, everybody. Here we go. It's that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious, warm downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. It's more spring than it's ever been, or at least in the last, well, at least this winter, it's more spring than it's ever been here in Manchester. It's so nice out. Of course, we're also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester, streaming WMNHradio.org. You can also go to mattconnerton.com, and hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online, etc., etc. But I am not alone, my friends. Jenny is here with us at the news desk.
I am.
And we have our first call of the show today.
That was quick.
Yes. Hi. Welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Matt. This is Ron.
Hey,
I'm
Ron.
just calling to get this off my chest. I feel terrible.
Oh, no.
I got up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water. I walked by the fridge, and then the voices in my head just took over. I had some nice stuff laid out for you. I told you I was going to, drop it off, but I devoured it. I did, and then I hated myself afterwards. For one, I went like 10 million times on the sugar, and I didn't eat it anyway. So I promise another day, another time, I'll set you up because you got screwed, man. There was a little pecan pie, a piece of cherry cheesecake, and there's some kind of chocolate mousse cake. I mean, you guys got ripped off. So
You are
such a tease.
I ask you forgiveness.
No, man, you're a tease. I don't know if I can forgive that.
I can forgive you, Ron. I will forgive you, but I don't know about my stomach. My stomach might be less forgiving, my friend.
Another day, another time. Next time, I'll throw Peter the bone and set you guys up.
You're going to throw Peter the bone. All right. Well, now, by the way, though, Ron, I did see something here for EZG. It says EZG
I was hoping
from
they were
Ron.
going to give it to him.
Well, he's calling in at 4:30 for his entertainment report. So I'm thinking, if you don't mind me opening the bag when EZG calls,
I would look forward to it.
I'll open it and we'll see
just
what's in
nosy.
here. I am nosy.
Very nosy.
We'll see what's in here and how he responds to it.
Well, I'll be there.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, very good. Well, we look forward to that.
Okay, guys, take care.
All right, Ron. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, our friend Ron.
Look at you getting all in his business.
Well, that's what I was gonna. That's why I figured it was here actually, because when EZG calls, I could open it.
Oh, you just figured,
and, Yes.
You couldn't maybe say offer to drop it by his house. Or...
I don't know where he lives, and I'm not going there. There's potatoes everywhere. Apparently, it's very frightening.
It's just nosy.
The land of potatoes.
Trouble.
He's got
trouble.
He's got egg on his face and potatoes everywhere else, from what I understand. It's very frightening.
I heard your song, but I say the nay. I like our version of egg on your face.
What, the Eggman song, you mean?
Yes.
By DJ Midas? Oh, yes. Well, there's many different songs. I wanted to mix it up, and it is EZG, so we should mix it up. But I found that song, Egg on My Face by Beat Street. That is from 1984.
Really?
Yeah, and it's catchy.
No kidding. I thought it was older than that.
No, 1984, but...
It seemed dated.
Nice to have another... Well, it is dated. It was the 80s.
Stop it!
What?
That is not dated. No. Actually, it is, man.
It sounds like it's from the 80s because it's from the 80s. We have another call. This might be my stomach calling to respond to Ron. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ah! I know that hoo-ah. It's the hoo-ah of Tony D from Philadelphia.
Choptastic.
Oh.
No, I made that up.
I had a long day at work today.
Long day at work.
Yeah, I'm just getting done.
Oh. All right.
2:30 a.m. to, what time is it now? 4.
Wow.
Ran my log out today.
Ran your log out? That
how many hours I can work in a day.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was something I had to look up on Urban Dictionary. Well, wow. Why such a long day, Tony?
Well, as we know, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has rolled out, and my company has teamed up with the distribution of that. So we have teamed up with a couple warehouses that have it. So we are shipping to local pharmacies. So
outstanding.
Today I delivered to 26 pharmacies today.
Very good.
Awesome. That is so awesome.
Absolutely. Very good. Very good.
26 pharmacies, and majority of them were all CVS's. So.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of CVS places. I was talking to one guy. He was like, we're pushing out 3,000 a day here.
Yeah.
Really? He's like, yeah. He's like, we're doing about 3,000 a day, just this one. 3 times that by 26.
Wow.
I mean,
that's great.
A lot.
That's great.
I don't know how much I had on my truck because I had a lock on my truck for each stop. Like our containers are locked up. So each stop I go to, they have to unlock it. And they have to unload it. I can't even go in the back and see it. So
yeah. Tony, Rocky Huber is in the Facebook live chat. He says, can you ask Tony how to spell woo-ha? I don't think I have it right. Now, he spells it WHOOOHAAA.
You guys are like a locker room.
WOJA. Woo-ha.
Really? WOJA?
You made that up.
That's not what I would have expected.
How sophomore. You guys really
wow.
need to
Do you
be
want me to
fighting
spell
on
it
air
the
next.
naughty way, or do you want me to spell it the FM way?
Oh. Understood. I thought maybe it was spelled like the way Busta Rhymes spells it.
How's that?
Because woo-ha got you all in check. Busta Rhymes,
spell it?
He spells it WOOHAH exclamation point.
I got to say, that sounds like it makes more sense than a J.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, believe it or not, the reason I say that is my grandfather and my father served in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So for a long time, every time their buddies came over, hoorah, hoorah.
Yeah.
I'm not a Marine, so I say hoo-ha.
Right.
I think we found your theme song.
That's true.
But anyway, I just read an article stating that the stimulus check could easily start being direct deposited into our account by this weekend.
That is correct, sir.
Yep. Jenny was saying that right before we went on the air. Yeah.
We just saw the same thing, right? Yep.
If
you get direct deposit,
so help is on the way.
Yes. Now, and let me say, I went ahead and filed my taxes, and I have my tax refund in 3 days. I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. That happened.
Wait. Say that again?
I filed my taxes, and it was like 3 days. It was within a week that I got my refund. I filed and got my that close. I was expecting a few weeks to go by.
No,
I think they're going to flip a switch, and it's going to be pretty quick.
Yeah.
Technology's pretty quick nowadays. I actually got hit with something from the IRS from the state saying that I owe them $90.
Oh, $90.
But here's the weird thing. They're paying me $750 from the state, but I owe you $90. Can't you just pull that $90 from that? Why do I got to rewrite you a check when you can just pull the $90? You get what I'm saying?
Because government.
The larger issue is what's happening to people now who are filing their taxes with that unemployment. A lot of people did not realize how much tax they were going to get slammed for that money. And now there are people owing hundreds, thousands of dollars. And they were just, we kept telling them it's not your fault. We're trying to help you. But there wasn't, and I kept saying it. Remember, Matt, we were talking about it. They weren't talking about taxes enough at all.
Yeah.
At all. They were telling people, there wasn't like there should have been, in my opinion, a commercial, a PSA, literally telling people to check their taxes and, to be mindful of that, because there are people that are going into utter depression and anxiety and literally losing it because they owe all this money now to the IRS, which is like one of probably the top 3 things that Americans fear is an IRS.
You know what I say? I say the Philly thing. Get in line.
Oh.
Get in line with everyone else.
Yeah, they'll just dock your pay.
just get in line.
That's all. They'll just dock your pay. You can actually go to jail for IRS shit. Stuff. Oh, God help me.
Tony, I thought...
I'm going to start carrying a bottle of hot sauce and burn my own tongue out every time I goof.
I thought you were going to say, Tony, that you just say woo-ha.
Seriously, man?
We could say hoo-ha.
God, I can't take it anywhere.
But no,
really?
That's awesome.
I don't want to hear this song all day.
And you can actually, I actually feel the light at the end of the tunnel right now. Like, I can feel the heat coming from the end of the tunnel because things are starting to get, you're just starting to see things get lifted. The restaurants are, here at least, moved it up to 75%. Things are just starting to begin to get lifted. They're allowing grandparents now to see their grandchildren that are vaccinated. You're feeling that lift. It's a slow lift, a real slow elevator, but you're feeling it, and it feels good. It finally feels good that maybe, just maybe, by summertime I can get back into a movie theater and see Ghostbusters 3 finally. That's all I want to do this summer.
My worry, though, now is, and I hate to just constantly throw a wet blanket on this, but because I also am cautiously optimistic that this summer will be the beginning of some sort of normalization, but we've got a couple of months to go, I feel, of, I see the mask mandates being lifted in states like Texas, which has had a terrible time with COVID.
Nothing's going to beat Florida. They have about 300,000 people heading there for a motorcycle rally on top of the spring break.
We're going to see a big surge there.
Morons.
You put on the travel restrictions to those stupid states that are doing stupid things.
Well, they do have those.
Huh?
They have those, but how many aren't going to? How many going to really pay attention? How many going to really stick to the law?
Yeah.
You got to put the marker down on it. You got to put the travel restriction ban down on it. You got to maintain with the states that are doing it right. Like I know, like New Hampshire, I know, like New Jersey, I know, like Pennsylvania is slowly lifting things. Slowly, they're not like full blow going right into no masks, nothing like that. But they're starting to allow some certain things to come back. Vaccinated concerts, vaccinated music, open mic nights and stuff like that, where you have to be vaccinated, you got to prove with a card and all this other stuff. This is what the world is now. This is the new norm. This is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to validate that we've been vaccinated and that you can go to these things. If you want to be able to have fun, I guess to put it, or live a normal type of life, get the freaking vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being scared of it. I was listening to a show today, and I just scratched my head because it was all these women that were calling in, and they're all these Trump supporters, and that's all it is Trump supporters. Oh, and I do got an interesting fact for you at the end of this.
Yeah.
And they were all saying, "Oh, I got Bell's palsy of the face now. I got numbness in my arm, and I can't feel. I'm talking to a lawyer. My lawyer says that we can sue the company. Get out of here! Get out of here with your nonsense. Stop being that hypocrite that's trying to make people not want to get the vaccine. Like, just go away.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
I'm done having these people, these anti-vaxxers. And then here's the best part about it. A lady last night said the Democrats are forcing this on us. Well, the guy on the show last night says, you do realize that the vaccine came from Trump, right? And she was like, and he was like, you do realize that everything that started with the vaccine came from Trump, and it's just that Joe Biden and the Democrats and his administration is pushing it out now.
Right.
You do realize that if you are a Trump supporter,
right.
and
how dare you use common sense?
Operation Warp Speed.
I know, right? Which
but
stunk,
said,
but at least it was something.
What I thought was really interesting, he goes, so you're a Trump supporter, right? She was like, yes. He was like, so you think that the president that you support gave you a vaccine that's going to possibly kill you? He goes, so think about that one. He goes, your president that you support, you're pretty much saying that he's giving you a vaccine that's going to kill you. And all of a sudden she was like, and I was like, wow, this guy got her. I was like, yeah, I was like, I love that in radio. I was like, wow, he just shut her up so quick that she had nothing else to say. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And you just delivered the vaccines on the contracts that he negotiated with CVS and Walgreens. Instead of all pharmacies, he picked the two largest and made that arrangement. So you're fulfilling that arrangement that happened under his tenure.
I'm doing my duty.
Mm-hmm.
Doing my duty. I'm serving the right.
Well, you know what I like?
Bringing the vaccines to you.
Here's the great news I saw this morning was that they're anticipating that we will absolutely get all the vaccine that we need. They've already said America first, and when America first is cool, no matter how that pans out, they're going to start offering it to other countries and help save lives abroad. So more power to the United States of America.
Let me tell you something, Jenny. The weight of that truck today that I was pulling, if that's how many vaccines are being pulled out of every other trailer that was being pulled today, there's a lot of vaccines coming. There's a lot.
Good.
Because I was loaded to the door. So I was loaded from the ceiling to the floor to the back of the door. And when you open that back door, you were met with just all these styrofoam boxes.
Well, the last number I saw was that we are administering approximately 2 million vaccines per day.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So
That's
my
strong.
truck probably was holding roughly 16,000 of them, maybe.
Hey, look at the little state of New Hampshire. We did 11,000 vaccines at one vaccine location over last weekend.
Yeah.
At the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We have approximately 2,000 people in the state with active COVID. And we've already vaccinated probably over 400,000 people now. Because the last time we looked at the numbers, it was 380 something thousand.
Yeah, we're at 3 million vaccinated in the state of New Jersey.
And it's turning out there was some news today too about is that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is they think close to 100% effective against asymptomatic spread, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah. So the news on the vaccine and so far it sounds like they will protect against the variants, but it's still a matter of getting ahead of the variants.
They're already working on boosters right now as we speak. They're already working on booster shots.
Yeah.
So the
here's
science
an
is
interesting
there.
fact that I wanted to throw out to you, and I'll let you guys go because I know G's coming up. That song that I gave you guys, Theory.
Yes.
Song Strangers.
Yes.
Did you know? I just found this out. That's not a new band. That's Theory of a Dead Man.
It is? I remember them.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Theory of a Dead Man. They changed their name to Theory because the story is that when he was in Theory of a Dead Man, all his friends that he was friends with were dead to him because of all the tarnish and everything that they did to him back in the day. Now that he's over that part of his life and he's rewritten everything, he renamed the band Theory.
Yeah. You know, I
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Although I would assume, you know, I have a background in the music industry, and I would have to assume that. I don't think Easy G's going to be calling in. He says he's not feeling well. No report.
Oh, feel better, Easy.
Well, we'll still open that package though.
No, you will not. That is not yours.
Ron said we could.
Hey, only with Easy on the phone. He did not say you could open it without
true.
Easy.
That's true. But from a music industry perspective,
Jeez.
I would not have supported that decision to rename the band.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, if any band needs to change their name, it's Nickelback. But But that's just me. Like, Theory of a Dead Man was a pretty cool name, and like it stuck with you for a while.
Yeah,
I did not know that was Theory of a Dead Man, because they not only changed their name, they changed their actual style, like their genre. Like they went to this pop rock type thing where they were just like a rock band before. So now they're more like pop rock with what the new people are doing today with the rap involved in it. So
the young people, as I like to say.
Yeah, my people, the millennials.
Right. These young whippersnappers with their new sounds.
Get off my lawn.
So, anywho, I won't be calling in tomorrow. I'm finishing up my kitchen and all that good jazz, and finishing power washing and all. So you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a great time. Be safe, be kind, love one another, and remember, it's okay to not be okay.
All right, well said. All right, Tony D, thank you so much for the call, my friend. And woo-ha!
Oh, God, seriously.
All right. Bye, Tony.
Oh, I'm going to be hearing that all night.
Body blows, busting your ish, making you bleed. Just feed more dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the mobile dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you break your neck.
Glad I was able to find a radio edit of that. I don't know if you ever noticed, but there's some bad words.
I never say anything bad.
No.
I don't know what bad words are.
All right, I won't open that package unless Easy calls and says to, but or messages me and says to. But I think I have a good idea of what's in there.
It's not for you.
No, it's definitely not for me.
No peeking.
No. Well, all right, so no entertainment report today. I apologize to Scott Robinson.
He's mad.
He's in the chat room. He says, I'm sick of Easy canceling all the time. Don't know what to do in the upcoming week now. That is true. And,
leaving you hanging.
I mean, I don't know what we're going to do about these Amanda McCarthy tour dates that aren't getting out there.
How will we ever know where to go?
What's Amanda McCarthy going to do? No one's going to be at her. No one's going to be at her shows.
I bought my first event tickets for the first time in like over a year.
Oh, for what?
To coming this fall, there's going to be a Van Gogh exhibit in the Boston area that's involving VR and like getting to like kind of be in a Van Gogh painting, And then there's an exhibit and so forth. It's all COVID friendly, and they haven't disclosed the location yet, but the tickets are on sale, and my best friend and I are going to go in November. And it was just so wonderful to do that and be like making plans. To make, we're going to go to this in November. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I'm just excited today. All the windows are open.
Yeah.
People are sitting outside eating. It's beautiful. Airing out my house.
Yeah.
Airing out the studio. I love the fresh air.
Yes.
Birdies. I missed this. I needed this.
Oh, yeah. No, it's wonderful. I love spring and I love summer. And fall is nice, but my only problem with fall is that every passing day of fall, you're another day closer to winter. So I love spring and summer. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a total spring summer. I can even enjoy some of fall. I like a crisp fire. That's always fun.
Maybe Erik didn't like that song that I played, the Egg on My Face song by, what the hell was the name of the group now? I can't remember the name of the group. From the 80s. Maybe he prefers the children's
Children of
version.
the Corn?
No,
that's not it.
No, the other one that I play, that I woke up this morning with egg on my face. That's from a children's album.
No,
Maybe he prefers that one. I was going to play that one later, but
I don't like that song.
Yeah, no.
I don't like that song. What was that awful sound? Again.
This?
Is your mic getting limp again?
No.
Looks like it.
No.
Like you were holding it up.
Oh, by the way, so tonight on the Weekly Die-On, Peter White apparently is the guest.
No kidding.
So the Weekly Die-On coming up at...
You're getting the real deal.
Well, see, I've been on that show more than any other guest, so I think Peter might be trying to catch up.
He's got a lot of work to do.
But he was here yesterday. It was wonderful. I got here yesterday, and he was here. And, I always try to talk him into sticking around if he's available, so that was fun. He got to...
Yeah, he stuck around because I wasn't here. That's what it was. Because I've asked him to stick around before, and he toodles his little butt out the door.
Well, he might be.
But I'm not here, and look who decides to take a seat.
You like
what,
to
am I chopped liver here, buddy?
You like to work blue, and as the program director, that probably makes him uncomfortable.
Get over it.
Life's
too short. Live a little. Loosen up.
Well,
mix it up.
Well, we are on a delay.
Yeah, for a reason.
But it's always interesting, too, to see, he'll sit, for those watching online, you can see when Peter sits in that chair and he's sitting next to the giant cardboard Peter Whitehead. It's surreal. It's, it makes me regret that I didn't bring some mushrooms with me, You
stare into his eyes too long, you become lost.
I've never stared into his eyes.
Are you sure?
Into Peter White's eyes?
No, the cardboard.
The cardboard
head,
well,
Peter.
Yes, that does happen, and
Creepy
it's
Peter in the corner.
It's impossible to avoid his gaze.
Nobody puts Peter in the corner.
Right.
Peter's in the corner.
Right. Well, the giant cardboard Peter Whitehead is in the corner. Yes, but
so Peter's in the corner.
Right. But the weekly Die-On coming up tonight at 6 p.m. with Ben and Daryl Die-On, and Peter White will be on. I only know that because I heard it on the morning show. So I don't know if it's a last-minute booking or Peter just didn't think to mention it yesterday. But
not to you, anyway.
Not to me. No.
You are on that pecking ladder.
That's right. That's right. But, it was nice. I got here yesterday, and Peter had the windows open. And, it is wonderful to, kind of air out the place. And we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, Matt. Me again real quick, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, did Gonzo paint that picture of Peter White?
That was, in fact, the work of Gonzo, yes.
No kidding. Wow, what a wicked good job he did.
Oh, yeah, Gonzo.
You are so New England.
Wicked
good, man. Wicked good.
It's true, though. Gonzo, very, very talented. Absolutely.
Gonzo, if you're out there, you should, I don't know if you need everybody to stand still or take it off a picture, but you should do the whole cast. I mean, throw Joel in there if you can, but, paint a whole cast. I mean,
I wouldn't throw Joel. You might lose your back.
Right. Yes, you don't want to throw people necessarily.
Yeah, you could really throw your back out with that one. Just saying.
Well,
throwing that out there.
Joel's an older gentleman too. You don't want to injure him, his hip, perhaps. But Gonzo is.
Get him out of joint.
I'd love. Right. I'd love for Gonzo to paint something of me. I think that would be amazing.
I would too. Nobody does me ever. Make
well,
songs
he did a great job. I gotta hand it to him. I would have never guessed.
Yes.
They make you sound bites.
Right.
I'll just chop liver around here. Chop liver.
Maybe you should paint the walls of the studio. Get some paint out and do the whole walls of the studio.
That's a good way to end up on the poo-poo list and get banned.
Yeah.
We don't write on. No, I don't write on nothing around here.
Yeah.
No.
You have to be.
Right. With that being said, and without further ado, I'm going to listen to your show.
All right, Ron. Thank you for the call.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
That should be our station theme song.
What's that?
Devo, crack that whip.
Oh, my.
No?
Whip it? I don't know.
Whip it good.
I think they treat us pretty well around here.
Yes, and, they also know that you're extraordinarily OCD, and you literally put everything back to its...
Oh, yeah.
Every inch. Like, if the window was open a hair... and you opened it 2 hairs, he puts it back to a hair.
Oh, that is true. Yes, I do. I always leave the studio exactly the way I found it.
You still have your little sticky note?
Important. Huh?
You used to have a little sticky note to remind you to do things, or is that embedded in your
in your
brain
everything's
now?
embedded in my brain.
That must hurt.
Very much.
Little?
Very much. Give us a call. No easy G, so the phone line is open, 603-250-6007.
Stood us up.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yep, see, can't count on him for a particular day.
No, that's true.
Always changes it.
We might have to bring, I don't know if with his new job, if Christian Lacoste could still take over as entertainment reporter. But
hard at work, that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Easy G, he's not living up to that big contract we gave him. But 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And please follow me on Twitter if you don't do so already, and on Instagram. And
on the Facebook.
Yes.
The Book of the
course,
Faces.
Yes. We should say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Wayne Noel joins us. He is a top fan all the way from Michigan. Hello, Wayne. I see you're in there, Jenny.
I'm everywhere.
Yes.
You can't get rid of me.
Rocky Huber says, and this is regarding that video that I played from the Reason Magazine YouTube channel about corporate welfare for some of these billionaires. Rocky Huber says, not defending the man, but Musk is using some of the same loopholes that Trump used to pay very little taxes. The rich can get away with it. It's not just Trump. Oh, absolutely. Well, that's the whole point.
I think he wrote the blue book on it. The blueprint. The instructions, the manual.
Well, he certainly, I mean, that big tax cut that happened under Trump, of course, benefited the rich. Cuts that happen under Republicans generally do.
Imagine what'll happen when we all get to see his tax returns. Maybe we can learn a few tricks.
Oh, yes. Yes.
How very presidential. Not.
Right.
Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Just a little. Just a little.
Tom Blanchard is in the chat room. Hello, Tom.
That Republicans pay your way. Don't live off of the government's,
Yeah.
Well, if you're ripping off everything in your taxes, aren't we paying for you?
Well, yeah.
Just checking.
Abigail Jem says, good afternoon. Hello. Eric Street, who is a top fan, says, did anyone see the South Park vaccination episode last night? Hilarious as always. I haven't seen South Park in years.
No, but now I'm going to go look.
But yeah, it is remarkable that show, it's been on for like 3 decades now.
Seriously.
and it's still relevant.
What year did it come out?
It was like 93, 94, maybe.
If it was 93, I don't think my son was born yet. That's like how long? Oh my God, I'm so old. I need candy. I have candy.
Rocky Huber says, regarding what you were talking about earlier with the taxes and the unemployment, he says, it's their fault. You have the option to have your taxes taken out of your unemployment.
How many people were on unemployment for the very first time and didn't quite get it?
Yeah.
How many people were in bread lines for the first time and didn't know where to go? There's a lot of firsts going on. And I'm not gonna slam somebody for not totally getting it. I mean, we know that, older folks or whatever, but there's a lot. I feel bad for especially like the restaurant industry. A lot of them are younger students, college students, and I don't think they got it. And I don't want to see there to be another issue, a backlash on that could be absolutely devastating from the people that are going to be losing it with bills from the IRS. It's one thing to get a bill from like the electric company, but the IRS, that's enough to give somebody a literal heart attack.
Yeah. Angela Philbrook says, I can't believe the amount of misinformation people have thinking it isn't taxable.
Well, there is that other group of people that I'm not sure if I'm going to feel bad of. This is the one group I might not feel bad about. They believed him. Trump told us he'd be back. It'd be fine.
Wayne Noel says, you're absolutely correct. He's saying this to Rocky. But those who chose not to are the ones who will blame everyone else instead of themselves.
Yeah, you've never made a mistake in your life, have you? That should just wipe you out, shouldn't it? You lost it all, right? Kind of like those people in Texas, man. They signed up for those electrical bills, They wanted that rate that would change, They signed up for direct deposits, so the $5,000 they took, it's your own fault.
Eric Street says, regarding our conversation with Tony D about things getting back to normal, he says, I have too many shows to stream and video games to play to keep me busy until normalcy. Let's see. Abigail Jem says that's the most depressing description of fall ever. Yes. Fall. Every day. Another day closer to winter.
He sat by the river.
The leaves are nice, but every day is another day closer to winter.
The wind was blowing so hard, the pine needles entered his eyes.
Well, that would be terrifying. Rocky Huber says, I have to say, I have entertainment report. I'm not going to use that phrase, but let's just say Rocky Huber was very excited for the entertainment report and is now disappointed. Easy brings us to the promised land by promising us an entertainment report, but doesn't deliver Oh, boy, the people are very disappointed
Wow,
in
there's
Easy
some
G.
heat in the room today.
He's really letting everybody down.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm sorry, Eric.
Stop it.
I know
Don't
you're not
do too
feeling well,
deep.
but I think even Busta Rhymes is upset.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I'm going
See?
to get us in my sleep. I don't like you. I just don't. I'll kick you out of the bedroom.
A lot of people don't know that that song is actually about Easy G. Easy G, of course, when
That was when he was a wrestling star.
Well, no, actually,
No?
that was from when he, he had he put out his album as Hard G during his hip hop career, and he wrote that diss track about Busta Rhymes.
That was during his porn career.
Oh, we don't talk about that. He blushes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I swear I feel more energized because of the weather.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so beautiful. It's so overdue. We needed this.
Tom Blanchard says that's probably why he can't hold a job.
Ouch.
Yes. Well, Easy
There
G.
goes that heat again.
Easy G has been fired many, many times.
Check his fan page.
As we know, he's been, his
Oh, guys.
see, he confirmed it. Melanie Laliberte, I know I'm not saying that right, is in the Facebook live chat. Hello. As well as Dan Lavasser. Hello. Eric Street said South Park debuted August 13, 1997.
No, my kid was well born, yeah.
97?
I thought it was earlier than that. I really did.
I did too. 97?
Guess not, though. Yeah, but wait a minute.
Are you sure, Eric?
Is that when the show itself aired or when the characters aired on MTV? Because some of us go back to MTV.
The characters aired on MTV. Are you sure? You sure
Thought so.
You sure you're not thinking of something else? I don't remember that.
Seriously?
Yeah. South Park debuted on Comedy
Now
Central.
I'm all
Yeah, I think you're thinking of something else. I don't think that's 97. Are you sure, Eric?
I don't know. Boy, we're old, Maddie. Just old.
Rocky Huber says it's a plain and simple question. They ask you, do you want taxes taken out because you will have to pay back?
Dude, like you've never made a mistake in your life. Not that this is me. I'm just saying I feel bad for people because this has been a year full of things that nobody thought they would ever have to do. And I don't know. When you're in that catch of it, I feel bad. I really do. I feel bad for people.
Eric Street says, I Googled it, and that's what I saw.
He's probably right.
Yeah.
We're just old. Time's starting to move differently for you over there, ain't it, partner?
I don't think it's right. I'd want to look at Wikipedia, I think.
Oh, because that's right on everything.
Oh, now you sound like John Hopwood, who thinks Wikipedia is just a big...
Anybody can
BS.
edit. I mean, come on, you can write your
Well, I
own
know.
Wikipedia page if you want to.
But why would somebody edit
If you're
it?
narcissistic enough, you can do your own page.
You can, but they'll take it down for they.
I thought they only took it down if if you weren't worthy, like if you turned out.
They will take it down because people have tested it. If they feel you're not relevant enough, like they have people or just bots who actually scan through and pages about people. They have a threshold for what they consider relevant, and if you're not sufficiently relevant, they will strike your page. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Rocky Huber said, sorry, I got a text from Easy at like 6 a.m. telling me to be ready for today.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
6 a.m. Oh, owie. I'd be a little upset. He'd be calling me that early in the morning.
Yes.
My little butt don't like to roll over and see the sun till 9 a.m. at least.
Eric says, I was born in 92. I didn't watch South Park back in the 90s.
Oh, excuses.
I am going to Wikipedia. I really believe
Eric Street should be on the list.
on the S list.
That's right.
Well, we don't know.
He's
yeah.
whining.
He's not whining.
Yes, he is. Now he's getting all defensive. I was born in 92.
Well,
And he went to big in the 80s.
Let's see here.
You're too soft.
Always
a softie.
I'm looking at Wikipedia.
Hi, Miriam. Good afternoon. Hello. Shalom. How are you? Enjoy the sun. everybody should get outside, really get outside. If you've been feeling down or you've been feeling just, just get outside. Open your windows, let the air in your place, and just get the winter air, the blues out of your place. Let the sun in. We're going to be changing the clock soon, so you're going to be able to. I'm excited for that because I can't wait for the sun to go down later in the day. I need more sun.
He's right. 97. Why?
Because we're old. I told you, when you're old, time changes. It moves different.
It's
going to happen more often to you now, Maddie.
I just
You're
have
approaching
a
the big
memory.
5-0, so.
I have a memory of it. That's weird.
Coming into your waning years of your 40s.
I wonder if there was a special that I'm thinking of, or maybe I have it confused with something else. I was really thinking it was more like 94, 95.
See, we were both totally out to lunch on that one. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I want to watch it now because I want to see what they did.
Miriam Banish says, good afternoon. Stefan Philbrook said, South Park had shorts that were in the early 90s, but premiered on Comedy Central in the late 90s. Okay, so they did have shorts, so that must be what I saw.
Maybe that's what I was thinking, but Comedy Central, I got the station wrong when I said, because I knew that it was before it was a show, it wasn't a full-blown show at first. I got that part right anyway.
Yeah.
Give the girl a bone. She got something.
Miriam Banish says, I'm sad because my dog is still with the emergency vet. I'm afraid she might not make it.
I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Very sorry, Miriam. That sucks.
I hope she does well and is able to come home to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to, we were talking before we got on the air about this Tucker Carlson thing. And it's, he said something pretty sexist about women in the military. And it's kind of fun to see men, high-ranking members of the military, hitting back at Tucker Carlson for what he said. But
here comes America.
This is from thehill.com. Military leaders hit Tucker Carlson over remarks on women in military. It says here, senior military leaders are voicing support for women in the military after Fox News host Tucker Carlson complained on his show about recent changes meant to attract and retain more female service members. I'm going to skip down to, okay, so on Monday, President Biden marked International Women's Day by touting the recent promotion of 2 female generals. In his speech, Biden also touched on efforts in recent years to better accommodate women in the military, including work to design maternity flight suits and updating grooming standards to allow for a wider range of hairstyles. The next night, Carlson railed against those efforts. Quote, so we've got new hairstyles and maternity flight suits. Pregnant women are going to fight our wars. It's a mockery of the U.S. military. While China's military becomes more masculine as it has assembled the world's largest navy, our military needs to become, as Joe Biden says, more feminine, whatever feminine means anymore, unquote. Tucker delivered the monologue next to a picture of an Air Force officer who was wearing an artificial bump, modeling a flight suit designed for pregnant women. The changes Carlson focused on were initiated during the Trump administration. The Air Force has been working on buying maternity flight suits after announcing in 2019 that it would allow pilots to continue flying longer into their pregnancies without a waiver. Meanwhile, in January, the Army unveiled new grooming standards that had been recommended in December, including allowing longer ponytails and wider braids, cornrows, or twists. While grooming regulations are meant to reinforce uniformity, many women of color have complained that the strict rules don't allow for braids or other hairstyles that are easier for those with different textures and hair lengths. Asked about Carlson's comments Thursday, Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby relayed Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's revulsion at the segment. Kirby told reporters, quote, What we absolutely won't do is take personal advice from a talk show host or the Chinese military, and maybe those folks feel like they have something to prove. That's on them, unquote. But Kirby also said the American Forces Network, which broadcasts the troops deployed overseas, would continue to carry Carlson's show. Kirby said, quote, by instruction, we are required to broadcast and make available for men and women and their families overseas the same type of content, news, information, and sports content that their fellow citizens can get. So his show is aired on AFN. I would hope that in the reaction he's seen, and hopefully in our reaction here today, that he'll realize the mistake he made and express some regret about the manner in which he essentially demeaned the entire U.S. military and how we defend and how we serve this country, unquote. Spokespeople for Fox did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the backlash to Carlson's segment among military leaders. Several top Army officers took to Twitter to hit back at Carlson. General Paul Funk, that's a cool name, commanding officer of the Army Training and Doctrine Command, tweeted, quote, thousands of women serve honorably every day around the globe. They are beacons of freedom, and they prove Carlson wrong through determination and dedication. We are fortunate they serve with us. Funk's Deputy Lieutenant General Ted Martin posted a photo of his daughter in combat fatigues and said, quote, contrary to what you may be hearing, this woman and thousands of women like her are not making a mockery of our military. You wish your daughter was as awesome as mine, so back off. I love that. That's fantastic. Major General Pat Donahue, commander of Fort Benning and the Army Maneuvers Center of Excellence, posted a video of himself conducting a reenlistment ceremony for a female soldier as, quote, a reminder that Tucker Carlson couldn't be more wrong, unquote. Command Sergeant Major Rocky Carr, the senior enlisted leader at Military Surface Deployment and Distribution Command, posted a picture of him and his wife after a 5-kilometer race near Fort Hood and noted she was the overall top finisher. Carr tweeted, quote, side note, she was 12 weeks pregnant with our daughter. Hashtag so hooah, or hooah. Oh, that's how it's spelled there. H-O-O-A-H, by the way. Speaking of spellings. Anyway, it goes on from there.
I don't even know where to begin with this. Geez, Tucker Carlson and people just like you. Will you freaking get your butts out of your heads out of you know what? Seriously, being pregnant is not a disease. Being pregnant is not detrimental. Being pregnant just goes to show how freaking amazing women are, that we can do everything that we can do and carry a baby and deliver it and go back to doing what we do. I worked alongside of, I can't say how many number of women who were doctors, nurses, ER technicians, EMTs, firefighters. And you know what? They could put you to shame, buddy. They can carry a hose up a building. They can run faster than you, carry a dead man lifting, save somebody's life out of a fire, jump on a chest and do chest compressions, all while still pregnant. Being a woman is a wonderful thing. Who can get pregnant is an amazing thing. Be amazed at what that person can do. I can't believe this is so disgusting, mind-boggling, backwards. You know what this is? This is the same people who wrote the stupid medical books in the 1800s that called endometriosis husbanditis. These are the same morons that spread the thoughts that women were somehow weaker or less intelligent. We are so friggin' skilled. We can save your life and give you life at the same time, buddy. Oh, my God. I'm so disgusted.
Yeah.
How can you say that? How can you say that about women in the military? How can you dare say that?
So I do want to play.
Did that man even serve?
No,
Did he even serve?
Of course not.
No? Did his mom serve?
Tucker Carlson is.
Oh my God! I'm so angry. I'm sorry.
From a. He's from a, and I don't begrudge him this, but he's from a very wealthy family. The Swanson dinners, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, he's very rich. He's very rich. He did not. He wasn't about to serve in the military. I'm looking for.
It's just disgusting. If you doubt what something a woman can do, give her a chance to do it, and she'll prove you wrong. She'll prove you wrong. It's mind-boggling. But this is the way society has been, and this just goes to prove how much of society we are now changing. Those of us who are open-minded enough to listen to some of the younger folks that are going, the way you people treat each other is wrong and disgusting. Men, get back in your corner.
I was trying to find
I'm so angry.
I had the video of Scott Stalker of Space Command. He posted a whole video about this, and now it seems to have disappeared on me. I'm trying to find it because I wanted to.
It's the most un-American, unpatriotic thing that I've heard yet come out of that one's mouth. Oh, since the new year.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, Matt, it's Ronnie. Hey, Jen. Listen, I just want to comment on the subject at hand. And bear with me, Jenny. I just want you to think before you leap on me. I believe there was a time in the past or the history when having women on the battlefield and in the troops just kind of didn't make sense. At that time, we were hand to hand. We were on the ground, not so much in the air, and maybe so back then. That might have been true. But I think people are just pig-headed and not seeing that, a woman can drive a tank. A woman can go into space. A woman can launch a code. So times have changed, but I think we're all pig-headed from the past.
Yeah. No, I think that's true.
What's changed is that men can no longer blame women for the things that they do. Women were kept out of the battlefields because they didn't want men having sex. That's the only reason they kept women out of it. It wasn't because they weren't able, because women were just as capable then than they are now to drive a tank, to fly a plane, to shoot a gun, to heal a wound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, all right. I don't want to start up a fire.
No.
I look at it both ways. I do.
No, I don't get.
I can see how it's right, and I can see how it's wrong. But today's world, I don't see it as right. I mean, I've watched shows where women carry a guy, not just a woman, but where women go into the field during training, put a guy on their back, and carry him to safety. In training, I mean, it can be done. And so
you say that like it's an oddity.
It's just one of those topics. It's like politics. It's very hard to discuss because there's rights and wrongs.
Because the problem is that I'm sorry, but you're wrong. You're still saying it like it's an oddity. Why isn't it an oddity for a woman to be able to carry a man? Why is it an oddity for a woman to be able to do anything that a man can do?
I don't take it that way. I don't think that's what Ron is saying.
But he's saying times are changing because it's an oddity to think of a woman in that regard.
I don't think that's
old school.
I don't think that's what Ron. I think he means times are changing and that we're waking up to
but he said he
that
sees
it's
it
not
as being wrong. That he can. It was never wrong.
I don't think that's what he said.
No, he said I could see right and wrong. Right.
Well, I think that in the past, right? I guess it was the theory that women belong at home, men belong in the field, and was just a theory. But women need to take care of the families at that time, and it's different now. But at that time, they had a spot and a place. It might not have been the right spot or place of their choice, but that's kind of where they stood.
Because men forced them into it under fear of getting hit, getting kicked out, getting thrown out, being told you're worthless, having no bank account, no house, no nothing, because women weren't allowed to have those things in their own name. Women were kept out of the battlefields because men can't control themselves. That's why they were kept. I'm sorry, I'll say it. That's the only reason they would keep women off of a battlefield is because of what men will do, not because what women can't do.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
All right,
I love you.
All right, Ron. Thank you for the call. Take care. Bye-bye.
I hate that thing. Women had a place. Women never had a place.
But
except for the one that society shoved them into before they could understand that we were just as smart and just as equal as any other sex.
I didn't take it as him defending that position, though. Just saying that was the attitude then.
I know, but
I don't think he was advocating for that. I think he thinks
it's had a place.
I think but that was the attitude then.
But that's not the way. If you want to say that,
that's not the same as saying that that's how it should be.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. If you want to say that society treated women differently, then say it in that way. But don't say women had a place. But, never was that appropriate to say.
But I think that's what he meant. That.
Then say that. Don't. It does matter. Words matter. Words matter, especially on this topic. Words matter.
I agree. Words matter. I took what Ron was saying a little differently than you did. I think.
I know.
But, I found the video. For some reason, the site that had posted it before it was taken down. But this is apparently he's heading the U.S. Space Command, the Space Patrol there. This is Scott Stalker. This is the video that he posted in response to Tucker Carlson.
Drama TV. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I call it. I'll apologize up front and tell you that I don't have cable news at home. I don't have it here in the office, and I don't watch a lot of drama TV. I understand some comments were made yesterday, and I watched the clip that Mr. Carlson produced as he referred to pregnant women in the military. I'll remind everyone that his opinion, which he has a right to, is based off of actually 0 days of service in the armed forces. Let me offer you my opinion. My opinion is based off of 28 years of actual service in the military, 28 years in the Marine Corps, in combat operations out at sea and in garrison. And so he was talking specifically about pregnant women in the armed forces today and how it makes us less lethal and less fit and less ready. Let me tell you where he's wrong. Those decisions were made by medical professionals, by commanders, and our civilian leadership that allows for women to have more time with their children, to recuperate, to get fit and ready, to take that time that's necessary that our medical professionals know is needed, which actually makes us a more lethal and ready and fit force, ready to fight the wars of today and the wars of tomorrow. The bottom line is that we value women in our armed forces. We value those that have served in the past, and we value those that have served today. We value our families in the military. I want to say God bless everyone that is serving today. God bless the women that are serving today. God bless the men and women that are serving today. God bless our country, our partners, and our allies. Let's get back to work. Let's remember that those opinions were made by an individual who has never served a day in his life. Let's remember that's all about drama TV. God bless America. Semper Fidelis.
Well said.
I love that he.
I love that.
I love that he repeated several times. This was the opinion of someone who's never served a day in the military.
Exactly right. You're going to declare what's good. Come on.
Well, it's like when I'm reminded of a couple of things. When Trump decided, I think it was on a Friday afternoon. Like, it was so weird. I think it happened like while I was on the air when Trump tweeted out, we're not going to allow transgender people to enlist in the military anymore. And apparently he just threw that out there without consulting with anybody. The Joint Chiefs of Staff was completely taken aback, and nobody knew he was going to do that. He just did that. And, we know why Trump did things like that, because it made his base happy. Yep. But the way people react, the way a lot of people reacted to it, and the people, the Pentagon, and it was like, there's no issue here. This is a solution in search of a problem. There is no issue with having transgender people serve in the military. It's fine. It hasn't been a problem.
Just like it's not an issue to let a pregnant woman suit up.
Right.
It's not an issue.
But
can they do the job?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Shut up and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Let them do it.
But it's like, Trump just puts that out there without, bothering to consult people who are actually serving in the military and finding out what their opinions are. But I was also reminded of when they decided to, this was under Obama, when they decided to end once and for all, don't ask, don't tell, and allow gay people to openly serve in the military. And I just remember saying to somebody, the people running the military effectively were the Joint Chiefs were going before Congress and basically saying, look, it's fine. We're all adults here. We can end the don't ask, don't tell and let people just be who they are. Basically, that's what they were saying. And you know, and of course, there were people who were still very resistant to that. Oh my goodness, you can't have people being openly gay in the military. It's just going to be terrible.
Oh my God.
It's like, well,
man and a woman walking down the street holding hands. Oh my God, 2 men kissing. Ah! I mean, seriously, that's today's fear factor.
But my thing at the time was, I said to somebody, you know, if the people who are in charge of the military are going before Congress and saying, look, it's time, how about we trust that they know what they're doing? If they think it's time,
if the
people running the military say it's time, then I think it's time.
I'm with the government. I'm here to help.
You know, unless you're actively in the military, what do you even care to begin with? You know what I mean? These people who would just get so freaked out about it.
My opinion matters while I'm sitting here eating my Big Mac and my Coke 2-liter.
And by the way, they ended
never served.
They ended Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And did the military fall apart or implode? No. Turns out it was just fine. Just like the people in charge of the military said it would be. So, you know.
For God's sake, Michael Alber. Yes, a pregnant woman can actively serve as a combat fighter if her superiors and she see her fit to do so. Get off it already.
Why are you upset with him?
Because he keeps saying it. It's like, why does it matter? Consider the G-force. Why does it matter? Well, why do we need to say women can or can't be a fighter? Just, they do what they can do. Just sit back and watch them. I mean, oh my God. Stop.
He's kind of a progressive dude. I don't think he meant it the way you took it.
Why do we have to keep saying that?
I think he was just asking the question.
Why not?
I think he was asking a sincere question about what the policy is.
Stop asking those questions. Unless you're there and you're affected, stop it. They have policies and procedures in place. Medical care is it's the military. If you're not medically fit to serve as a fighter pilot, they're not going to let you fly. They'll ground you. When it's okay for you to fly, they let you fly. We don't need. Why do we have to do 20-minute discussions on whether or not women should be a fighter pilot? Stop asking questions like that, and we'll stop having sexism.
Well, I think he was just curious what the policy was. That's
You're
all.
asking me. I'm answering you, Maddie. That's not about him there. That's about answering you.
Okay.
Oy vey.
Let's see.
That'll be when this society has moved on, when we stop going, oh, can a black person do that? Oh, can a girl do that? Oh, when we stop segregating ourselves into categories, that'll be a hell of a growth.
Abigail Jem says Tucker Carlson is a subpar human.
Amen, sister.
I would tend to agree.
What a piece of work that
although
one.
on matters of foreign policy, sometimes he gets it right. But
even a blind dog gets a bone, Maddie.
Oh, yeah. Tom Blanchard points out, just because you're a woman, it doesn't mean they're going to have a baby. Right. Yeah.
Just because you're having a baby doesn't mean you can't do something.
That's an aspect of sexism in the workplace too. I think, though, historically is that, you know, these old guys who have this attitude of, well, if I hire a woman, what if she gets pregnant? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got fired for being pregnant.
Right. Yeah.
Because we worked with a lot of chemicals and stuff, and that was it. Bye bye. Bye-bye, sister.
Now, Abigail Jem says, women also made those choices, Jenny. Some women were happy to provide in the home while husbands worked or served. I think it's unrealistic to presume every woman wanted to work out of the home or serve.
Women were raised to think that that's all they were made to do. Women were raised to think you get married, you have babies, you keep the house.
Well, she says, I agree with you.
They weren't allowed to have bank accounts. They weren't allowed to have property.
She says, I agree with you, but it's not as black and white as you make it.
I'm not saying it's black and white in any way, shape, or form. I'm pointing out the nastiness.
We have a call. Oh, they're gone.
Well?
Could have been the Phantom.
Stop it. It's a ghost of John McCain, and you know it.
Oh, I hope not. That scares me. Oh,
he usually shows up on the board.
Yeah, once in a while. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this? Hello?
Hey, Matt, this is Michael Alber.
Oh, Michael Alber. How are you, my friend?
Hi. So I just want to say, Jay, I don't disagree that women should be in the military, even serve as a combat fighter pilot. But I heard the discussion was about flight suits, like maternity flight suits, and I was just wondering, is it even like physically possible for if a woman was pregnant for her to serve as a combat fighter pilot, given like the extreme forces? You know, I'm sure that she might be grounded, but then like why would they have a need for like maternity flight suits?
So obviously it's safe.
So
they wouldn't make.
I was curious about that, but I certainly do think that women should be able to serve in all capacities.
Why would they bother designing a suit if it wasn't safe? Right.
So
it has to be. It must be safe, or they wouldn't have a suit.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I can barely hear you on my Bluetooth radio, so I'm gonna cut off now. So cut back to the radio.
All right, Michael. Thank you for the call. All right. Michael Alber. Yeah, I think he just wanted to clarify why he was bringing that up. It wasn't, he's not a sexist guy at all.
He literally came back to exactly what I was saying about the flight suit. It's like, why would they create a flight suit if it wasn't safe?
Right.
Obviously, it's safe. There's our answer right there. We don't need to further devolve into whether or not women should fly as fire pilots.
We have another call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Matt, one more time. Jenny, please bear with me. I am pro women and to be in the service because of their skills and everything that they can do. But the things that were going on in the past that I spoke about were also related to what if a woman becomes a captor and, the terrible things that could take place. So I think what took place in the past, I don't know. I can't even make a good comment. But I mean, there was also the thought: what if a woman was captured?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen? So
they can't do terrible things to a man.
I, like that other guy said, God bless the women and the men and women that serve today.
Absolutely,
agreed.
Absolutely. All right, Ron.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for the call. Bye bye. There you go. I don't think. I don't think he's being sexist at all. I think
because women can't hold up to torture. Or what if they had been caught? Because they do terrible things to women, but
he's
not men.
He's not making that argument. He's saying that was part of the thought process back then.
And that just proves my point. It just that's what I'm proving, right? You're proving my point. That's the way we used to think.
Right.
Welcome to the 21st century. Stop thinking that way.
Right. Well, I think he is, but I think that's what he's advocating for is stopping thinking that way.
Are there any feminists out there? Anyone? Bueller.
Rocky Huber says the IDF, the Israel Defense Force, has a lot of women serving in their country.
All of them.
That's true, yeah.
All men and women are conscripted unless there are certain things that can get you exempted, but everyone is conscripted to serve in the Israeli Defense Force.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Matt. It's Gary.
Hey, Gary. How are you?
Good. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hey, there was when I was growing up, my sister's best friend. She was a military officer in the Israeli army when they had the '67 war. She graduated here, and then her graduation present was to go and fight for the Israeli army.
Wow!
So they have women. And during the Desert Storm, there was a woman. I believe she was a pilot. She was running what they call them, the big A-10s, and she got shot down. And yeah, she was raped.
Oh wow!
So they kind of really kept it quiet after the military kept it quiet, but she was raped.
Oh God!
And then she came out with a book later. But I love seeing women in any. I have my therapists are women, and I love them.
Here's what I'm saying, sweetie: men can get raped too.
They're so smart,
Yeah.
Not like I had a couple of bozos before that were guys. I'm not saying that all of them, but these two ladies, they're really smart, and you talk to them, and I've always wanted a female boss because they know what they're doing.
Unless you're a female and then both of your cycles get connected and you're like, oh no, that happens.
Well, they
put a group of women together and oh boy.
do you want do you prefer a man or do you prefer a woman? I said, I prefer a woman.
Yeah.
Oh. I said, because, you know.
I'm going to be honest and say I don't have a preference.
I like women.
I've had both.
I like to talk to them.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You know,
But,
there's a theory that
I have no.
I was just
I have no qualms with women being in the military, firefighters. I knew a girl who was a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
I know 2 state troopers. They're badasses. You don't want to mess with them.
One of the techs that took care of me Sunday night outside of being a tech, she's a female firefighter, EMT.
I came by. I was on up in North Conway, and I saw one there. And I said, boy, she's really pretty and stuff like that. Why?
Anybody getting my point
and
yet?
I had seen her before, and she waved. But then I saw the guns come up, and I went, no, you don't mess with that lady. You smile and say, have a nice day, ma'am.
Right.
Please don't hurt me. If you arrest me, don't hurt me, But,
right.
And the other one, she was really... They were both military because I knew them from talking with them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, she stopped the car one time speeding, and boy, she read them the rights. And I just went by, and I looked, and she was coming back to her car, and I just gave her the thumbs up and smiled at her. I said, "Hey, I love it. I love it." And the guy sitting in the, and I went by. I had my beer truck, so I hit the air horns.
You hit the beer truck?
just to be a jerk to see him in the car, and he kind of like slid down like. Oh no!
But he had a few curse words for you.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I think As far as flying, when you, I've never been pregnant because I'm a man, but when a woman's pregnant, they don't allow you to fly after 7 months or something like that.
That's not true.
I'm
Women
not
can
sure.
fly. Women fly.
Well,
that's an old adage, I think. I think there used to be a thing
that's
about
what I
that.
because I've seen women come. I thought it was just because of something with the altitude of the child and all that stuff. Women's, but
Do you mean?
I'd rather have a woman fighter pilot.
Well, they do say that we have better fine motor skills, which means we're very good at hitting our targets.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think they have better skills than guys.
I'm not fired up. Calm down, guys. Oy.
They don't have a cigar hanging out of their mouth and a fifth between their legs trying to shoot down planes.
I got news for you. I went to a lot of there's a thing called the Blade Show. It's actually like the largest blade and cutlery show in the entire world. It takes place in Atlanta, Georgia. There are a lot of women out there with cigars, let me tell you. A lot of women out there with cigars.
Oh,
I didn't know how much cigars and knives went together until I went to that show.
Nah.
I would turn green.
But I just wanted to put my 2 cents into saying, hey, I love women and I don't care. They should do anything and they can do it better than a man sometimes. And they're not barefoot and pregnant like they used to be. And
oh my God,
make.
Right.
Boy, you
got the old adjective, barefoot and pregnant, and make sure you got some food on the table for me, there, woman.
That's right.
But,
that's how it used to be, which was wrong.
You better watch what you say over there, boy.
Which we all agree that was wrong, and it's better now. I'm just trying to help you. Out.
You're trying to keep yourself helpful there, not you.
All right. Well, I'll let you go.
All right, Gary.
And,
great call.
I just came back from my therapist, so I'm hopped up. I'm happy. I had a good.
Good.
I'm glad.
Good time with my therapist,
Hey, open
which
up
is
some
a lady.
windows.
So
Open up
we
some
had
windows.
A good talk with my lady therapist.
She's a
for all you
lady.
people that,
Whoa!
But,
She's
right.
a lady.
I'll let
Seriously,
you go.
you are just
I love
a
you
jerk.
both. I love you both.
All right, Gary. We love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Matt.
Thank you for the
All
call.
right.
You are just a wise butt. Stop it. Encouraging it.
What?
Barefoot and pregnant.
I wasn't
I'll give you
encouraging.
barefoot and pregnant.
No, but he was saying that's how it used to be. That was
how men used.
That was a very pro-woman call.
and it was still sexist. It was still wrong, and there were still women going, "Don't do that."
right.
Boy,
We have another call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Matt, Jenny, listen, I was just thinking, I wasn't in the military. I was a civilian electrician in Iraq.
Yes.
And while I was there was a woman, attractive woman, whatever.
Exciting.
Not brutally anything. But she was in charge of an entire platoon, and they respected her as an officer, and they treated her as one of the guys. And the only thing that I'd have to say about her that really turned me off is one day when I was in their presence, and she was there, and she was just shooting the crap with the guys, she spit like a guy. She was chewing tobacco.
God!
And she went, and I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Stop
My life has
saying
never been
like
the
a
same.
guy. Oh, my God. Stop.
Well, I have to say, I personally have never seen a woman chew tobacco. I'd probably be just as horrified as our friend Ron here.
My life has never been the same.
Oh, God. Abigail, catch up. See, I was going there, and you start defending it, and here's where we end up.
Oh, boy.
Apparently, it does matter. She's attractive.
Oh, well.
I can't make this up.
I didn't mean that she was attractive in that way. I was not. I was just saying that she was one of the guys and one of the girls. But she had respect for my whole platoon.
I'm gonna bite. Wait. Well, so if it's not in that way, in what way do you mean attractive?
Well, she wasn't big and brutal. She didn't have that.
Oh, God, help me!
I don't have to explain. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't have to explain.
I think we know. But Ron, now wait. I have a very serious question though. So I assume you found her significantly less attractive after the chewing tobacco incident.
I had to take the chewing tobacco out of my mouth and get rid of it because I was ready to throw up.
You took it out. Whoa.
Well,
hey,
I think he means
took it out of her mouth?
No, his mouth.
Out of my mouth. Yeah. I was gagging. I had to get rid of it so I could breathe. I was ready to throw up.
I'll tell you what. I lived in Kentucky for 3 years, and one of the grandmas, who was like 90-some-odd years old, she had tobacco. It was like a fine powder in a little spoon, and she put it just in her little lip. And she was a very fine woman, because I'll tell you what, if you said the word pregnant in front of grandma, she's going to jump out of that fine little chair and give you a what for, and because you only said in the family way. Because pregnant was a swear.
That's not where I thought. Word. That's not where I thought you were going with that. I thought you were going to say there was a lot of women down there chewing tobacco.
They do.
Those Kentucky
is tobacco country.
Those Kentucky girls like their chaw.
A lot of them do, honestly. But you know what's interesting is that a lot of people down there will utilize the tobacco that's unprocessed or that they do themselves. I don't know. It's tobacco country, so for them it's also a staple because it's paying a lot of bills.
Yes.
Yeah. I think they should get into cannabis growing personally.
All right, Ron.
State of Texas, Kentucky.
All right, Ron. Take care. All right.
Oh God.
Wow. Boy.
So okay, can we try to get this under? Okay, stop saying like a man. Okay, or stop. Women do things like women. Men do things like men. Transgendered women do things like transgendered women. I mean, am I getting this across now? However somebody does something is neither masculine nor feminine. It's non-binary. Okay? That's how you need to put your mind into a non-binary thought process. Because honestly, when you say to somebody, well, you did that like a man, what are you saying to that woman? That she's masculine? Because I'm telling you, you know where I'll go with that. You know where I'll go with that. It does matter. Words matter. And we need to stop. We need to change our conversation, our dialogue. So, yeah, I am sticking to my guns on this, guys.
Now that I think about it, some of the videos we saw from January 6th, I'm pretty sure some of those women were tobacco chewers.
Stop it.
In that crowd. I'm pretty sure. I
thought they were NASCAR fans. No, stop it.
Now
I'm doing it.
I imagine they were that as well. Yes.
Oh, stop it, Tom.
Oh, no.
You can always compliment a woman, but you don't have to say, but it's
that gets tricky.
Excuse me now. Unless you're referring to that you compliment them by saying they did it like a man, because that's a backhanded compliment if I ever heard one. This is the discussion we're having now. We're coming out of the caves. Men stand upright, look at your woman and go, wow, she's like me, human. Wow, imagine that. Humans being humans. It's a new concept I have, humanity. Human and be human. I don't have to be feminine human or masculine human. I can just be a human. God blessed.
Right. Abigail Jem says male abuse and rape is just as bad as female abuse and rape. Ron, he's not being sexist. He does have dated thinking. Oh, I think referring to Ron.
Yeah,
Ron.
And that is something that's important, though.
See, I still think Ron was just talking about how it used to be, but wasn't justifying it in any way. He was just saying that was how the attitudes were.
She spit like a man. Sure.
Rob Dion is in the Facebook live chat. Hello. Rob, of course, part of the WMNH family, host of Through the Stage Door, and, of course, is the entertainment reporter on the morning show. And unlike our friend Easy G, Rob appears to be pretty dependable as the entertainment reporter.
You rolled that bus harder than I do.
Just saying.
What crawled into your
It's just an observation.
Somebody pee-pee in your cereal bowl there
It's
already?
just an observation. I've never known Rob Dion to miss a show.
Do I sense you a little miffed?
I'm just saying, Rob, he makes a commitment and he follows through.
Are you going to try and steal another one from the morning show?
I'm not so sure Easy G is, we already have Christian Lacoste waiting in the wings to be the entertainment reporter.
This is true.
Yes.
He might even be out there prepping for it right now.
Yes.
Ready to swoop in at a moment's notice.
Rocky Huber says, let me tell you, the most powerful people in my life have been women, starting with my mom. You females are warriors. Very nice. Very pro-female comment. And
women have been warriors throughout creation,
That doesn't surprise me, Rocky saying that, because I remember the conversation or a conversation that we had with him one time at the Hop Knot when we were talking with him at the Hop Knot on a Friday. He had said something to that effect as well. He has great respect for women.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that that's not there or that anybody doesn't have that.
Right.
But let's change our dialogue. Stop telling women they do something like a man.
Rocky also said, I'd go to battle with a woman any day if you guys... Oh, I'm not going to read the rest of that comment.
Did I miss something?
Well, he's making a joke, but I don't. I
missed something.
Let me just remind you. Let me just put it this way. What do I always say is my number one goal with this show? My number one objective?
Not to get fired.
Right.
Here we go.
Yes.
All right. Suspended, yes. Fired, no.
Rob Dion says Ron has a good heart and is lonely.
Well, wasn't that just... That's a terrible thing to say.
Ron does have a good heart. Ron brought
have a good heart, yes, but I don't think he's...
Ron has brought us food, and he brought in this wonderful package
Put it down,
for Easy.
Maddie.
I think I know what's in here.
Is it smell edible?
Some periodicals for Easy G, I believe. Well, we want him to have a healthy prostate.
Oh, you have it, girly.
Abigail said, actually, women
Duty magazine.
Women are still discouraged from flying in the last few months of pregnancy. I didn't know that. That's never occurred to me.
It does, but it doesn't mean. I mean, you watch any show, you'll see tons of pregnant women getting off the planes.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
they're discouraged.
They're not
but
prohibited. There's no prohibition.
There's no rule. Okay.
There's no hard fast rule. There's no prohibition.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, it's Erik Street.
Eric Street.
It's Erik. It's Erik, but it's not the Erik you're used to hearing.
Oh,
well, I can get used to this voice.
Yeah, we do need. We might need a new entertainment reporter there, Erik Street. If
you flew the coop.
Yeah,
Sconded.
We might be looking.
Oh, maybe eventually later because I work from 8:30 to 5. But yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, well, work schmirk. I mean, it's an easy gig. You just call, you rattle off some Amanda McCarthy tour dates, and
Matt will pay you 4 times his rate.
I'll pay
and add a zero.
That's right. I will quadruple what I pay Easy G
I said 4 times
and add a zero.
So,
right,
I think it should go 4.
I
don't think. Well, you don't know if everybody knows that.
Bit, but I just didn't know about the short episodes from the South Park in the early 90s, so I'm going to have to go check those out.
Yeah, well, it looks like, I mean, looking at Wikipedia, it looks like you were correct. The show debuted on Comedy Central in 97 as a full-length show. I must be thinking of the shorts that they created before that, and they must have run those on Comedy Central as well.
Yeah, and I got stuck on MTV. It wasn't.
Yeah. But I don't know. But it looks like, according to Wikipedia, you were correct, Erik.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so, yeah, that's my 2 cents then. Oh, and yeah, one more thing. I wish it would be nice. It would be cool if Ron had Facebook, because he would be a great addition to the Facebook live chat.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, maybe.
Can we help him do that?
Or
teach him, maybe.
I don't know
if he has
calls,
internet
though.
access, though.
Oh yes, we enjoy Ron's calls. Yes, very nice man. And he brought this big, very heavy. It feels like there's multiple periodicals in this envelope for EZG for those cold and lonely nights, if you know what I mean.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah, very
seriously.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I don't know. He brought the morning show food, and he ate ours.
That's true. He'll make up for it. He's good for it.
Next time he's going to eat Peter's and feed us.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, Erik.
All right.
Thank you for the call.
Nice to speak with you guys.
Yeah, big
You're
time.
welcome.
Absolutely. Call us anytime. Take care, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, Erik Street. I think that might be only the second time he's ever called the show. He's always in the Facebook live chat. He's a big supporter. And
we're the good show.
We appreciate him very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Dion even says, wow, Erik Street. Yes.
I think it's a brown paper bag wrapped in plastic, wrapped on something else with marker on it.
Oh, this?
Yes,
what Ron brought in for EZG? Yes. I think I know what's in here.
Stay out of it.
It's probably just as well. If I opened this and looked, I would probably blush.
Seriously.
Miriam Banish says, I'm horrified by anyone chewing and spitting. Yeah, I think chewing tobacco, no offense to any tobacco chewers, but I think you're disgusting. When I was in high school, it was a big thing among the jocks in my school. They would walk around with their, between classes, they would walk around with their empty Mountain Dew bottles.
Oh, God.
And they would be spitting the chewing tobacco into the empty Mountain Dew bottle. There was no rule against it. And I had a friend named Chance who had a scare. He had a bump on the inside of his bottom, I think it was his bottom lip. He had a bump in there, and and it turned out to be a tumor. It was a very small tumor in his lip. And he was very, very nervous because, it was believed that it was brought on by the chewing tobacco, and he was afraid he had cancer in his lip from the chewing tobacco because he used it a lot. It turned out to be benign, so they were able to take the bump out, and he had a little scar, and that was it. He didn't know what was.
Did he quit?
I don't remember. I don't remember if he actually quit, but I remember him being very nervous about.
I can't stand people spitting. I did medicine.
Yeah, it's
I did
awful.
I did car accidents and blood and gore, and but somebody spits and I'm all done.
Yeah.
Huckalooey, and I'm just it's not for it. I'm done.
Yeah. Let's see. I just want to make sure we get everybody on the Facebook live chat. We're actually running out of time.
I know.
We blew through the break, and then the weekly Die-On will be live coming up at 6 p.m., Ben and Daryl Dion. And the guest this evening is Peter White.
The one, the only cardboard head. No, I'm only kidding.
Right.
Peter White. They will not be Peterless. They will have Peter.
Right. Very, very busy chat room. Lots of great comments. I'm sorry we're not going to be able to get to them all, but I do want to make sure I don't miss anyone who's in the chat room. Let's see. Oh, we haven't, it's been such a busy show, by the way. I want to mention, of course, our wonderful sponsor, the Hop Knot. It is Thursday, so it's trivia night.
Yes.
So the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan right across the street at 1000 Elm Street. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. They've got trivia Thursday nights. Sunday afternoons, they do the whole brunch thing. And what are you trying to see if it's busy over there? You trying to look over there?
I was looking, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks nice all lit up.
It does, yeah. So please, and now they haven't put the tables out yet,
Not
right,
yet.
for the outdoor dining.
They haven't put theirs out just yet.
I wonder if they will this weekend because
I don't know, maybe.
it's supposed to continue to be. I think,
Is it really?
Pretty nice.
Is the weather going to stay this way, or is it going to snow next week?
No, I think winter is done.
I hope so.
Winter is done. Michael Alber says they moved it from Wednesday, huh? Yes.
Yeah, they did a couple of months back, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they moved it to Thursday.
Yeah, they got a great person in there. They have been having a lot of fun with They have a new trivia jockey. So if you haven't been in a while, go check it out. Hearing great things.
Miriam Banish says, by the way, there were episodes of South Park that were distributed person to person before it ran anywhere. I have one of those.
Really?
On VHS somewhere around here.
Oh, my goodness.
Not safe for TV or radio. Wow, that's probably worth money, to tell you the truth.
Honestly, I did not know that. I did not know that.
That's interesting. Michael Albert says there should have been a rule about having chewing tobacco in high school since it would have been illegal for them to purchase.
Not back then.
No?
No, back then it was legal.
Really?
When you and I were in school, it was legal.
You didn't have to be 18 like with cigarettes?
No.
Oh.
We didn't have to be... my grandmother would hand me $5. I'd walk in the store and get her a pack of cigarettes and a gallon of milk.
Well, now that I think about it, well, yeah, my mother sent me to do that too.
All the Chinese food restaurants that I went to in my area in Randolph all had those machines.
They had the machines, yeah.
You put quarters in, you get a pack of cigarettes out because there was only $1 or $2.
Michael Albert says chewing tobacco was contraband in my high school. Well, you're probably younger than we are, though, too, Michael.
We had an area outside of the high school where everybody stood and smoked.
We had that at my...
It was the unofficial smoking area right in front of the school.
At my school, we had an official smoking area.
The only thing you would get in trouble for was smoking in the bathroom. That would get you in trouble.
Rob Dion says, Eric Street, if you become the new entertainment reporter, you can get Hustler magazines that Ron. You can get the Hustler magazines that Ron brought for Easy G.
Oh my God, you guys are terrible.
Oh my goodness,
awful.
Oh, that's great.
I hear you, Michael. 50's fast approaching. Ugh. I think being 50 years old is painful. I'm not there yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be painful.
Miriam says my high school had a smoking area too. Oh,
I think everybody did.
Angela says mine also, and Rob says same here. Huh, that's funny.
When we were kids, it wasn't that big of a deal.
When I was in high school, I actually always assumed it was an unusual thing. But,
you have to remember, though, that was coming out of a time when doctors smoked in the hospital.
Yeah,
patients smoked in their rooms. I can remember flying down to Florida when I was 13 years old, and in the back of the plane was the smoking section.
Yeah.
Because that made a difference somehow.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy to... Michael Alber is actually older than us. I'll be damned. You know what? Now that I think about it, the one time I met Michael Alber, I think he and I were both wearing Yes, we were. We were both wearing face masks.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Yeah, it was at the Black Lives Matter event that day at Veterans Park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Well, we'll begin to wrap up because the fine gentleman from the Weekly Die-On will be in shortly, along with the great Peter White. So we'll play some music for the crossover, of course. Maybe we'll play a little Woo-Ha by Busta Rhymes because I know Jenny's dying to hear it.
I don't like you at all anymore.
But,
and I will put you a blanket on the couch if you play that too much more there, buddy boy.
Well, it is the...
I'll give you a what for?
It is the COVID era, so we need a little time to clean up and sanitize.
Take your butt to the living room.
And all that. So make sure I have to get my spittle off of the microphone.
Ew.
Well, it's probably got my spittle on it. So
stop talking about it.
So even without COVID, it's probably a good idea to clean my spittle.
I swear, I'm going to get you.
I mean, I wonder.
You don't know when.
You know.
You don't know where. You don't know how.
For all we know, Peter might come in every morning and go, "Oh, this probably has Matt's spittle all over it again."
That's it. You can walk home. I'm going to take the car. No, I won't.
You don't have the keys.
Yes, I do.
Oh, actually, you do have a key.
Fool on you. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, actually.
You can hoof it.
That is true.
All the way home, and you can sing your little song all the way home while you hoof it.
It's a nice night. All right.
Yeah.
We will
it's a good
wrap
night
up.
to send
We
you
got to
away.
go. Stick around. The Weekly Die-On coming up next, and I'll talk at y'all. Oh, and if you missed any part of today's show, it'll be up in just a little bit at mattconnerton.com. Oh, and one other quick reminder, Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C, Friday nights now beginning at 7:30.
Oh, my God,
to
it
10
changed.
p.m. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Wow, 2.5 hours. I am looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
What's this week's theme?
I don't know.
See, you stink. You should know these things.
I think I do. Oh, duos.
Duos.
Yes, yes.
Ooh,
So
you mean like
hopefully-
Annie Lennox and then
they're-
David Bowie?
You mean Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics? I assume that's what you meant.
Oh, no, I thought
Or,
you maybe meant duets that were outside of their own bands.
No, duos like Daryl Hall and John Oates or Simon and Garfunkel, things like that.
Cool.
Yes. Maybe we'll hear a little Garfunkel and Oates, which
I
is
like Simon
which
and
is a real
Garfunkel.
thing.
I like Peter. I do. I like Paul Simon.
Yes.
See, I'm stuck on Peter now.
Oh my
Call me
goodness.
Peter Simon.
All
That's
right.
not it.
All right, we got to go. Bye,
You do?
everybody. Yes.
Bye-bye.